What's going on? Where's the bloody countdown? Shit. Just do that. No. What's he doing? Oh. Oh, yeah. Hey, hello Spurs fans, it's Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all doing well this morning. It is a bright and breezy 7:28 a.m. on Saturday, the 26th of January. Not a lot happening, but there is a bit of news. So before I get to the chat, I'll just get this out of the way. Hello, it's Football Daily. Now, there's not much news today, but Ange Postecoglou, God, it's been a long time, but we've finally had a press conference from the big fella. Not a huge amount of revealing stuff because they always come in the juicier, embargoed sections. That's right, they split the press conferences up just to make the Fleet Street meathead hacks feel a bit more relevant and get some exclusives for their rags for tomorrow. But James Maddison is back training. He's available. How good's that? That is wonderful. It's going to be a real fillip to see Maddison and Bendencourt in our midfield. How good's that going to be? I don't think Man City stand a chance. Speaking of which, a reporter asked Ange, well, you know, you're kind of playing Man City. Do you sort of just not, you know, do what you're doing so much just to get, you know, the win? And Ange says, no, you've answered your own question, mate. But you do have to respect that they're a good team. And it just sounds like he's teeing us up for a festival of our football versus Manchester City's football. It's just football v football. Who wins? Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team in the world has ever seen. Other rumours in the transfer market, I mean, all that's a load of old speculation, but not a lot's happening. We might be getting Noosa on a loan, but buying him, but loaning him back for the rest of the year. Everything else seems to be dying in the arse. Well, that's that anyway. What we've got 5-6 days left in the transfer window. We'll see how we go. Anyway, that's I'll just have a quick look. I did have a quick look just to see if there's anything more, because you know I know you're coming here wanting news and stuff and tidbits and morsels, but there's nothing. Empty-handed. There's probably something in the 7th layer of the internet that I can't really be asked getting to. So there we go. That's the end of Football Daily. There we go. Hello. Good morning. Let's see how we are all in the chat today. Hope we're all well. Mark N. Hello, my good man. How are you? If Australia and South Korea win their games in the last 16, they play each other in the last 8. Oh, well, maybe Australia can do Tottenham Hotspur Football Club a favour and smash South Korea. Then Sonny will be home. So you'll be cheering on Australia, you lot over there. Cheering them on. Future music. Woo! Dear, oh dear, I'm going right down some synthesizer rabbit holes, man. Poor, dear, oh dear. Hey, Paul, good morning to you, mate. I hope you're well. Hello, chat. Hello, Future Music. Go to Future Music's channel. He's got some great drum and bass happening there. Some nice visuals as well. All cool stuff. Good morning, Yosarian. Hope you do all right today, man. Hope you do all right. Not an easy day, I imagine, for a lot of people in this country. Morning, Paul and Hippies. Would love some Spurs goodness and some good vibes today. And there's no better place to find it than here. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you very much, Yosarian. Yosarian says, Son and his national team had a very competitive game against Malaysia after initially dominating play overnight. What happened there then? What happened there? They still won though, wouldn't they? South Korea. South Korea men's national team. God, how many times have I searched for this? You should know. You know? 3-3, bloody hell. Look at that. Oh, I've got to blow my nose. Oh, I'm just knocking everything over. I'll be back in a second, folks. Whoa, that's better. Whoa. I put a spring in my step. 3-3. South Korea against Malaysia. Blee. You know, maybe it's time I should start watching this because Australia games were a bit boring. So South Korea went 1-0 up. Then it was 1-1. Then it was 2-1 to Malaysia. 2-2, and then Malaysia in the last second. 15 minutes added on. 15 minutes added on. What the bloody hell happened there? And Sonny scored 2 goals. No, 1 goal. Scored a penalty. 15 minutes added on. Who are these clowns running the game? Who are they, man? Who are they? Uela. Bogosian from Bulgaria. Salute. Mr. Hippie, Aussie broadcasting legend. Oh, legend. Everyone's a bleeding legend these days, aren't they? God, I suppose I am then. Because every other fucker's a legend. Everything is iconic and everyone's a legend. So, yeah, oh, well, what the hell. It just means normal now. Anyway, thank you, Bogosian. Bogosian, malaria no pasaran. Basuma played full 90 minutes. Okay, so... See, I'm no doctor. I'm no entomologist. I don't understand what mosquitoes do or anything about it. So, you know, apparently he's got mild malaria. I didn't know there was such a thing. Or maybe Yves Basuma is just such a titanic force of nature, football nature, that even malaria just goes, and withers away. Basuma stands tall. I am Eve. Yeah, sorry, and deadly background there, Paul. Well, for one day only, it don't hurt, does it, man? Doesn't hurt. Seems to be a bit of a movement happening, though. Seems to be growing every year. Hopefully we'll get this day changed soon, sooner rather than later. I mean, just make it 1st of February. Wait a few days, you know, or something. Not today. Not today. Bogosian, but thanks, Yasarian. Go Australia. Yeah, who are we playing? Oh, we drew with Uzbekistan, didn't we? So who have we? The quarterfinals of, or the last 16 have all sorted themselves out now, haven't they? Asian Cup. Who's happening? Okay, round of 16. We're playing Indonesia. Not familiar with Indonesia. When's that on? Sunday, 10:30 p.m. I might be able to do a watch along for that. Might be able to do a watch along. Doing a watch along for the Manchester City game, and we'll see how we go. If people want to know why I'm flying this flag behind me, stay tuned. I'll tell you my Australian story. It might not be what you expected. Stay steady as shark. Hi, everyone. G'day, steady as shark, member of the Hotspur Hippie community. There's a few people watching. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Birds are tweeting outside. They don't know what day it is. Nature don't care, does it? AF in Oz. Aussies could send Sonny home early. Let's hope so. Let's hope we do Tottenham a favour. That'd be funny. How many Spurs fans are going to be cheering on Australia? I mean, obviously, you want Sonny to do well, though, don't you? It'd be nice if he won one of these things sooner or later, but I can't help. I'm sorry, Sonny. I'm sorry, mate. Mark N, it finished 3-3. There's almost 20 minutes of injury time out of it. Oh, okay, so I saw they scored at 15 minutes of injury time, so there must have been more. Bloody 20 minutes. What happened? I mean, what? Who are these clowns? Who are these clowns running football, eh? Hey, who are they? Just stop. Just stop. Derek Smith, man, hey. I want to be a hippie and I want to get stoned. Marijuana. Want to be a runaway, got to leave home for marijuana. That was a good song, that was, wasn't it? I'll have to listen to that one again. I haven't heard it for years. Mark in, love the shirt, brother. Yeah, this is from Nimbin. One of my favourite places in the whole of Australia, Nimbin, New South Wales. It was a sort of a little village founded by hippies in 1974 in the age of Aquarius. And it's still there. And it's a live and let live sort of place. Yeah, there's issues there, but overall, it's a nice vibe and no one's in your face and everyone looks after the place and each other. And I kind of like it. The last free place in Australia, except when the police drive around doing what they're doing. AF in Oz. At 83 minutes last night, South Korea are out. And then they don't go on a penalty. Well, that's football for you, isn't it? You can never know. You can never know. I remember when Australia were in the World Cup, and might have the team or something wrong, but I think we were down against, might have been Croatia. It was either Croatia or Japan, 1-0 down or something. We were down. And people I was with, they were all going to bed with 5 minutes to go. I said, what are you doing? You might miss something amazing. No, we're not going to win that. The rest is history. You can never tell in football. Sandoval, big up, one love. G'day, Daniel. Nice to have you here, man. Future music, Mr. Pogacoggoo's great. Arteta is atrocious. Watching him with Salty Bay is maybe quite ferocious. The thought of grown men doing that is totally precocious. Mr. Ange Postecoglou's great. Arteta is atrocious. That's it. Let's all get lyrical. Busting the bars out there, future music. Maybe I was supposed to read that like, I don't know, Eazy-E instead of gave it a bit more gravitas, different sort of gravitas, I suppose. Bugosian, very cool tea. It's a bit Dolce and a bit Gabbana season 20. No, it's bloody, why are we wearing that shit? No, it hasn't even got a label in it, which is very confusing because I always put it on back to front. It's just a t-shirt. It's a tie-dye t-shirt. It's lovely. It's the same place I bought my caftans from, which I haven't got around because it's too hot to wear a caftan at the moment. In fact, the shop is called Ozcat. Ozcat in Nimbin. Mighty fine set of threads they have in that shop. Ozcat. Good on them. I'm sure they do mail order. I'm not being sponsored by them. They're just nice people. Have a look if they got a website. Look at me. Aren't I an influencer, eh? Ozcat Clothing. There it is. Ozcat Clothing. There you go. Buy some stuff. Buy Selena's singlet dress or something. Is it mail order? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Fill your boots, folks. Little tiny little business in Nimbin. Stuart Liverpool, Spurs to smash City tomorrow, 4-1. Timo to get a goal and an assist. I like predictions like that. Why not? Could happen, couldn't it? Anything could happen. Could be 10-0 to either team at the moment. It's not We don't know what has been written yet. But it's only a day away. Oh, it's less than 24 hours till we kick off. Brilliant. One more sleep. AFNO Senegal drawn to meet Mali. Oh, on the 4th of February if they get that far. So either bis or home is one or the other. Is it definite that? Can't they finish at different if they get that far? So you've got a few equivocations in there, but it's possible, I suppose. Bogosian, by the way, you said you don't know anything about Bulgaria last month. That's right. Oh, Berbatov. There we go. There's Bulgarian. I know something then. That's how I started my Spurs journey. Oh, well, you've lasted a long old time. Oh, I think my camera's glitching. Just sort that out. What seems to happen when I change screens and stuff? That's why I'm not doing the comment thing as much. I'm just sort of trying to narrow down what causes problems on the channel, because I want it to be the best channel in the world. Well, the best that I can do anyway. Well, you've been around a while then, Bogosian. I hope you've enjoyed some of it at least. Good times are ahead. Derek Smith, I believe Basuma's actual quote when talking about malaria was, "I fart in your general direction." I am Eve Basuma. Your earthly germs mean nothing to me. Future music, supercalifragilistic. You heard it here first. Derek Smith, Tottenham need to be looking for another South Korean superstar in the next 3 years. Unfortunately, Son won't last forever. I wonder how many years we'll get out of him. Hopefully, I mean, what is he, 29, 30, 31, 31? No, he won't be here forever. Let's see what the conveyor belt of succession can come up with, but be a sad day when he hangs his boots up. But he's still at his peak. He's still at his peak. So it could be 3, 4, 5 years. Who knows, man? Who knows? It doesn't look like he's slowing up to me at the moment. He's still got it. Mark in Bournemouth are 5-0 up. Half time in their FA Cup game against Swansea. Lucky I live near Cardiff. Yeah, they're miles away, aren't they? So what? Oh, so there's FA Cup games happening already. Why the fuck don't they just put it on Saturday at 3 p.m? Who's running this game? Games all over the bleeding place. Okay, FA Cup. I thought we were one of the first to get off going because we're on a Friday, but no. What do I fucking know? No, they're playing them on Thursdays. Oh, Friday. Oh no, hang on. It's Friday now in the UK, isn't it? Oh, it's all right. Don't mind me. 5-0, yeah, half-time shit. Oh dear. Then tomorrow we've got Sheffield Wednesday, Coventry, Chelsea, Aston Villa. That's a chewy one. Another Premier League team out of the Cup. Bristol City, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Manchester City, Ipswich Town, Maidstone United, Sheffield United, Brighton, and loads of other fixtures. I thought there'd only be a few tomorrow, but there's loads. Apparently we're playing a lot on the same day. So well done to people who run the game. I fully applaud and stand by you, shoulder to shoulder. Derek Smith, Berbatov is vying to be the next head of the Bulgarian Football Association. Oh, but the whole setup is a mess and majorly corrupt, like every FA in the whole world, man. You know, maybe it's easy to highlight Bulgaria, but the English FA, yeah, they're bastions of decorum. They are. Australia, Football Australia, no, the A-League's dying in the arse and they keep fleecing kids just to kick a ball around. That's how it works over here. So Bulgaria, not because they're Bulgarians, because it's a football association. But also it was a mess and majorly corrupt. I believe at least six club owners have been... assassinated? Okay, well, mate, that's hardcore. Okay, if that's true, bloody hell, man. Berbatov. Well, he must care about the game then to get involved in that. Bloody hell. And if he cares that much, maybe he's the man to sort it out. I don't know what his kind of admin philosophy is, but good luck to him. If that's what he wants to do. Stuart Liverpool's more Spurs are always making history. That's right. That's what we're going to do. Bogosian, AC to Deloitte. Ooh, is this like Accenture to Deloitte, something like that? Brand new 20. Oh, this is going to be something hideous, isn't it? It's going to be something awful. Brand new 2024 report. We are the richest club in London. Oh, okay. Thought it was going to be some sort of innovation. 40 million ahead of Chelsea. We're becoming super club. Bright future ahead. Haha, Chelsea. Suck shit. Go back to the second division, you plebs. Cardiff, the only non-English club to win the FA Cup in 1927. Yeah, but then Wrexham knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup. Did I remember that correctly? No, Wrexham before Hollywood. They bashed Arsenal out of the cup. Pretty sure. Ellie, just a girl, love Spurs. Gay cover. Did you see Dyer got on for Bayern and they win the match 1-0? It's all downhill from here then. Did he get some minutes, did he? Oh dear. Here we go. Oh, bloody nose keeps running. This is shocking. What? Is the microphone or something? I ain't got a cold. And we're back. Stuart Livermore did my best to big up to my best mate Lee Lyons, who lives in Perth. Hello, Lee. Now, just as a little aside, we're going to do a little hippie bit here. Little hippie bit. Bear with me, folks. Now, you notice behind me today, for today only, I'm flying the Aboriginal flag, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders flag. I'll tell you a little bit about my Australian story and why I'm doing this and why it's important to me. So I landed in Australia in 1995, and for my first nearly 20 years here, and by the way, before I came to Australia, like when I grew up in London, it was around like the people like the British National Front or the National Front, the English Defence League, real horrible neo-Nazi racist. So, all my life I absolutely hated racism, absolutely hated it, couldn't stand it. So I come to Australia in 1995, and I realised straight off the bat that bloody hell, they even hate other white people here. But, and this is my point here, over the course of 20 years of, working around middle-class white Australia, hanging around with white-class middle Australia, watching TV, white-class middle Australia, celebrating Australia Day on January the 26th every year pretty much. After 20 years of just absorbing like what's out there in the culture, not seeking things out, just little hearing there, hearing things here, hearing things there. It's like a drip feed. After 20 years, I guess I would have had the opinion, like, even though I had no hatred in my heart or anything like that for Aboriginal people, I guess I had a bit of the opinion, what are they on about? It's 200 years ago. It's 200 years ago and they're still going on about it. Can't they get over it? In other words, after 20 years of being in white Australian culture, without even realising it, I'd become a bloody racist. I'd become a racist just by doing nothing. My attitudes, because the definition of racism is you don't have to hate people. You just have to think that there's something a little bit, that we're a bit superior. So by saying why haven't they got over it, implies that there's something about them. That's the other thing that racists do. They think all Aboriginal people are like this homogenous lump. They're all the same. Aboriginal people's just this thing here. I thought that too. That's what Australian culture and society had done to me over the course of 20 years. Drip feed. I'd become a racist. I wasn't saying racist slurs or anything like that. And what dispelled it? I became very close to a Wiradjuri person who's very patient with me. And I asked them the question, horrible racist question now I look back on it. But I wanted to know. I wanted to know from an Aboriginal standpoint what the story was. And I asked them the question. I even asked it in such a pussy-weak way as well, as if these weren't my own thoughts. I said, just playing devil's advocate here. Whenever someone says that, it always raises a red flag to me. It means that's what they really think, but they don't want to admit it. So I did the same. I said, just playing devil's advocate here for a second. Some people might say, you know, the invasion happened 200 years ago. You know, why don't you move on? Why don't you get over it? And this person almost dispelled 20 years of built-up racism from living in white Australia with just 5 words. 5 words. Because their answer was, it's still happening today. It's 4 words. It's still happening today. And that phrase just blew my mind. It's like everything fell away. It's like, oh my God. Of course it must be. Because the only reason people are in that situation is things are being done to them. Things are happening now. It's not because they're somehow different or anything like that. It's the attitude of society towards them. And thinking anything different to that is by definition racist. You might say, oh, it's not based on their race, it's based on their culture, which is a mealy-mouthed way of saying things as well. It's still racist. And so that started me off on that was about 10 years ago. And I sought out and learned as much as I could about Aboriginal culture. I was still only scratching the surface, and it's not my place to tell you anything about it. If you want to know more, you can go out and find lots of sources yourself, and it's fascinating. It's amazing stuff to learn. And if you want a quick crash course on Australia and a bit about Australia Day and the history of how Aboriginals have been treated in this country, I can highly recommend the documentary called Utopia. Utopia by John Pilger, who sadly passed away at the end of last year. And years and years ago, I used to run this political website in Australia. It became very, very popular. I was on TV and all that. And as part of what I used to do was I used to pull to bits journalism. So I used to go back to first sources and pull things to bits and show where they were wrong, you know. So after I watched this film Utopia, I did the same, because there's lots of claims made in this film, and I thought, well, I want to make sure they all stand up. And I checked a lot out of this movie, and it all stood up. Now you can or cannot take my word for that, but Utopia and John Pilger, it's a hard watch. It is a hard watch. But I think it's a story that needs to be known in this country. And so for me, Australia Day is not a good day. It's a day of nationalism. It's a day of just rubbing people's noses in it, that have had their noses rubbed in it, and worse, for the last nearly 250 years. So that's why today I'm flying this flag. And that's it. That's my Australian story. That's my soapbox. So when people are into Australia Day, you can say, what I'm saying is I'm not going to have a go or anything, because I was doing exactly the same. And white people are generally quite shielded from Aboriginal viewpoints in this country. It's quite like it's a self-serving bubble. It really is. And I was in that, and I had the same opinions. You know, it's by fortune or chance or whatever that I found myself out of that, and I've learned since. But when you're in it, you can't see it. So I'm just showing a bit of support for Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islanders, you know, brothers and sisters and uncles and cousins today. And I think it's really important that people do so. But, you know, it's a lot of momentum to shift against. That's all. That's all. Anyway, there we go. Back to the football. Back on this bit now. Mark N. By the way, Australia Day, in case you didn't know, it's the anniversary of when Captain Cook came here and said, there's no one here. I'm claiming it for, was it the King or Queen? They said no one was here. It was an invasion. It was an invasion, followed by smallpox, devastation, destroying of a person's way of life for 250 years. That's why I do not celebrate it at all. Mark N. In 92, Wrexham beat Arsenal. There we go. There we go. Wrexham beat Arsenal with Dyer playing. Oh, with Dyer playing, man, I thought we were in some sort of time warp there. Dyer playing, we get money every game he plays. Excellent. Hey, good on you, Eric. Cement your place in. Weasel your way in there. Make some cups of tea for Stefan Freund. That's what we want. Captain Cockerell. Hi, Ball and chat. Hope everyone is well. Everyone is well. The Cyberball Supremo joins us. Just slow down on the innovation, man. You know, we can't catch our breaths. Football's moving so quickly. Ellie, just to love a girl who loves Spurs. Yeah, he got one in the 46th minute. Did Sonny? Bloody hell, that's just a little less than he got under Ange. Yeah, man. Let's do some of them against Manchester City. When we're 4-0 up, we'll make it 5-0. We'll make it 5-0 up in injury time. How about that? Derek Smith, the history of football in Bulgaria. God, this sounds dark, man. After 1989 included the murders of 15 leaders or owners of clubs and scores of others. An ugly side of the transition from communist dictatorship to market economy. It happens whenever things change in countries, doesn't it? There's always I don't know how many times you see a country get independence and then immediately have a civil war, you know? It's all about who runs things. Don't matter the system of government. It's just what twats running things. Berbatov will have his work cut out. Hell, I don't envy the guy, man. Bugger that. That's too hard for me, man. Hey, it's Alan Bennett, Britain's favourite playwright and taxi driver. There he goes. Happy Aussie Day. Yeah, I'll explain why. Not for me, man. Not for me. Bye. Thanks for the sentiments. Borgosian. Respect, Mr. Hippie. While in London, I produced a historical independent documentary on the Jamaican community. Wow. I can share if you're interested. Would appreciate your feedback. Yeah, bung the link in, man. I would be interested to see that. I had a good mate whose parents came from that background, but it's not really something I know much about. So, yeah, bung it in, man. Ellie, Paul, racism is ignorance and propaganda is evil. But it's everywhere. You don't realise it, man. Like, I'm just telling you my story about just existing in Australia. There was nothing overt. You know, there's no, like, loudspeakers saying, oh, those Aboriginal people must be a bit different because they're all fucked up and everything. It's not explicit like that. It's just, you know, whispers, allusions, things like that. And I'm no different to anyone else. It affected me. Or maybe I'm just affectable. Maybe it doesn't affect other people. But all I can tell you is from my point of view, yeah, it's horrible. It's so neat, you know. But it is still happening today. It really is. You can't believe it, man. Archibald, people are people, Paul. But the divisionism pushed by those with power, that is exactly what it is, man. It comes from the top. That's what it does. It comes from the top. To hold on to power, exactly, man, is a hard thing to keep in perspective, such as the power of propaganda. Absolutely. That's what they do. Horrible. They get us to fight with each other. Point over there. Look, that's the problem over there. No, it's the people at the top that's buggering it up for everyone. You know, there's no, I don't know. There's no Aboriginal person over here saying, yeah, let's go and fucking invade China. Fuck China. No, they're not. It's the government. We're spending $300 billion on submarines over the next 50 years. It would probably cost maybe $10 or $15 billion, I'm guessing, to help Aboriginal people out. No, we'll have some fucking submarines. Why not? Ellie, just to go look us, sorry, Ellie. Just love it, girl, loves girl. Oh, it's not you, man. It's me. It's me, man. It's me. Here we go. Propaganda feeds racism, and it also creates a culture that is brainwashed. And you don't even know. You don't even know. I didn't know. Well, you know, there's people, you know, I hear it quite a lot. Like, adverts don't work on me. Of course they do. Advertising, marketing, it all works. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. But Alexander Hilton from the Steak Marketing Board, I bet he is as well, because every time he does it, he does make me feel like a steak. And I have actually bought a steak purely just because Alexander Hilton has said steak. It works. A brainworm. Oh, look at this. Dermot's in, gifting the super chats. Thanks very much, man. Thank you very much. Not necessary. Not necessary. Alan Bennett. Respect to you from this 6'7" black man from Hemel Hempstead. I beg to differ, man. I've seen you driving around. I've seen you driving around. Paul 123. What part of London was you from, Paul? West London. West London. Hillingdon. Hayes. You know, places like that. Barely London. But a bit shit. Shit. When I tell people in Australia, because they say, where are you from? I say, well, I am from London. I'm sure they think I'm living in the shadow of Big Ben having tea with Hugh Grant instead of living in like shitty West Drayton. CHFC till I die. Big up, Paul, and everyone in the chat. Big up to you too, Dermot. Thaddeus. Thank you for your authenticity and sharing your realisation of unconscious racism. Yeah, man. Well, it's important, isn't it? You got, you know, I hear it all the time. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I mean, the common thing is I'm not racist, but, and then they'll say something racist. But I mean, it's in there. You can't. It's only really, you know, in the last 10 years, I've got off my arse. I've done like volunteer work with Aboriginal groups in Redfern and stuff like that, and I've learned a lot and I've done all that. It takes bloody effort though. If you just kind of cruise along, you ain't going to know any of this. And you're going to be a racist like I was. You don't have to, that's my point. You don't, just because you don't hate people, I mean, that's the natural conclusion of it, but you can still be bloody racist. I love Australia in so many ways, but for me today is a day of grieving. Peace. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way, man. A lot of people feel that way. And I'm going to be driving around in cabs, politely challenging people all day, I think. You know, because you attract bees with honey, not with shit, you know? So that's what I'm going to try and do today, is spread a bit of peace and love. I won't be able to do that by just getting angry at people. Ellie, just a girl who loves Spurs. All right, Dermatron, big up to her. Bogosian, enjoy everyone my work. Documentary, 1 hour 47 minutes on the Jamaicans in the UK. Were you able to post the link? I didn't see it come up. Have we got some sort of issue with something there? I don't know if... don't know how it works, man. Hang on, I don't know if... did you have trouble doing your link there, Borgosian? Hang on. If you had trouble doing that, Borgosian, I just made you a mod just so you can post it in. It should let you post the link in now. 1 hour 47 minutes. Nice one, man. Stuart Liverpool. Spurs runs in my family. The biggest is my dad. Yeah, lucky. It'd be cool. I didn't grow up in like a Tottenham household, so I imagine that would be a lot of fun. A lot of shared agony and ecstasy under one roof, or a few roofs, but linked by blood. That's kind of cool. Peter Slegger. Since watching Spurs, who's been our most ever underrated player in your opinion? There's only one, Tony Galvin. Was he underrated? I mean, I think a lot of people like Tony Galvin now because he was bloody awesome. For me, underrated. Look, someone like Gary Stevens, maybe. Sort of a utility guy, had a few injuries, but he came on and did his job quite a lot of the time for us. I think when I think of Tony Galvin, I think of as a nailed-on first 11 player anytime, man. Right up the wing. So I'd probably go for someone like Gary Stevens, who served us pretty well. Very handy to have. Hey, you know, he's an England international at one point in his career. Jacob's in the house. I did check because you've been bloody streaming the same time. You've been going early doors these times, but you're all right. We're not clashing this time. The sun's coming out a bit. I might have to turn the gain down on my camera a little bit. But I can't. Well, you know, I'll do it. I'm becoming whiter and whiter. ironically, on Australia Day. Funny that, eh? All right, let me just turn my gain down a little bit. Where is the button? Here we go. Just do as a nice little slider. Oh, I've got a whole go down. Got to go down a whole exposure notch. There we go. That'll do. To move and move. Double down, mate. Double down. Wrexham equals Poser Club. You know, the whole Wrexham thing, I'm a bit about, like, for the people of Wrexham, I'm really, really happy. That's something really cool that's happening. But all the other teams they're competing against, they're kind of in similar boats. And where's their fairy godmother? You know, it's a bit of a shame that that's what football kind of relies on these days, isn't it? But I'm happy. I suppose overall I am happy for the Wrexham fans. But you know, this talk of them getting into the Premier League, well, what are they going to do? Because, you know, they're going to, I mean, surely the English Football League is FFP rules. You can't just keep on blowing all your dough on a football club. I don't know. Is it making it sustainable or not? It's sustainable while Hollywood's involved, but, you know, how long is that going to be for? But for a Wrexham fan, I guess you enjoy it while it's there, don't you, eh? Enjoy it while it's there. Why not? Captain Cockerell. Myself and Cyberball. Do not tolerate racism. Well, that's something, I suppose. In fact, the word should be changed to discrimination. As saying racism is wrong in itself, and it's calling out a whole race due to a handful of hatred people. Not understanding. I like the word. I think racism packs more punch because that's what it is. Because race is just something we've bloody made up anyway. We're all the goddamn same. We're all the same. Calling out a whole race due to a handful of hatred people. Oh, no, I don't know, man. I don't know. Racism is more than evil. It's dehumanising. It's saying that people aren't the same as other people. That's what it comes down to. As soon as you cross that Rubicon, they just become like cattle. You just treat them like, you know, animals. It's easy, isn't it? You look at all the state, like a load of, and you can see the same thing happens again in history. Berlin Conference of 1885, where the European powers decided how they were just going to divvy up Africa. There was no African delegates at that conference. It was just Germany and Britain and France and Spain and all that lot. But of course, you can't just say that to the people. You know, we're going to go and carve up Africa and take all their shit. One of the ways it was sold to the British people is propaganda, saying we're going out there to free people. We're going to civilise these people. It's like, oh, okay, I'll support that. It doesn't sound like we're going to go over there and just pinch all this stuff and kill them and shit. So there's a lot of propaganda and stuff that goes along with this. And if anyone says that they don't never fall for that propaganda, I don't know. It's we're like sponges. You are who you hang around with. If all you hear is that stuff, a bit of it's going to seep in. A bit of it is. There's no fault of your own, no willful malice, but that's just what's going to get into you. So, you know, I'm all for strong voices against, because then some of the strong voices get into people, and then we're a bit cooler, I think. Derek Smith. Because then what happens is, after all we've buggered it all up, then at the end of it we'll say, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, didn't mean to do all that, you know, but I mean, we're not going to do anything about it, but we're just going to, yeah, it was a mistake. We've got to learn from the mistakes of our past. Then you end up with the second Gulf War. Same shit again. Same shit. It's in our lifetimes that's happened. There you go. That's racism, colonisation for you. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, the Iraq War was a mistake, but... Move and anyway, back to hippie. Hotspur, Tottenham. Watch that game, Derek. So boring, lol. 1-0 against Bremen. Nothing to sky about. I don't know. Don't know what that's about. Going 50 minutes. 50 minutes. I'll just have a quick look, see if there's any... But there's a few people watching, so I'll give you a chance to have a chat. Super Chat's memberships available. I'll just get a glass of water. Alrighty. Don't tell me my chat's buggered up. That's why there's no chat. Here's me tap dancing and vamping, and it's just frozen again. Hang on, here we go. Or is it? Oh, those chats have appeared. I don't understand it. What's going on? Oh, up to Alan Bennett. Paul, Derek Smith's dad was a Palace fan. Oh, there's Alan Bennett. There we go. I'm not because I have black mates. Oh, well, that whole line. Fucking hell, man. Oh. But racists always make exceptions, man. Yeah, they're all that, but that one's all right. Shmoo Van der Vu, I think it's Bremen. Ellie, I just love girl, I love Spurs. I love Ange. I love Spurs. I love that Madders is back. And Benny's already back. And suddenly he's going to be dumped out of the Asian Cup by Australia. So he'll be back. It's all back. Go, we're gonna trample some teams this second half of the season, aren't we? Let's go forward a little bit. Simon says Ben Davies is the modern Gary Stevens. I think Gary Stevens was a better player than Ben Davies. Is that a controversial opinion? I mean, I've got nothing to back that up. It's just what's in here. This is flawed. Oh, I can see the comparison. Oh yeah, I think this is a fair shout. Paul Allen. Paul Allen was a great player. Played for us for bloody God knows how long, didn't he? So, yeah, he's a good guy. So, he was a good guy, Paul Allen. Captain Cockerell, I've grown up in an Arsenal family. I'm the only Spurs fan. I don't know if I'd like that, man. Oh, that'd be hard going. Depending, oh. But, you know, there's a lot of, there's quite a lot of families that have that Arsenal Spurs, you know, split within them, and it all seems to work all right, doesn't it? Quite funny. We don't want to admit how similar to Arsenal fans we really are. Just don't say that. Didn't say that. I hate Arsenal. You hate Arsenal. You hate Arsenal. We hate Arsenal. We hate Arsenal. Archibald, I've created my own Spurs household. Me too. My sons and I are hardcore. My wife and daughter don't support, but know the score, especially if a Gooner turns up. Yeah, one of my kids is a Spurs fan. The one who cares about football. Just happened. I don't know quite how. Shmoo Van der Vu. Yeah, the people of Wrexham, sure, but so many poser coat hanger fans due to Reynolds and his average crap Marvel movies. Hard pass. Yeah, there's a lot of that sort of smear to it, isn't there? I mean, I did find the Welcome to Wrexham documentary quite funny. I like that. Is it his name? Mark Williams guy, the guy that does all the commentary. He seems like a cool guy. There's a lot of cool people still involved with the club, so that's nice. Shmoo Van der Vu, give me top of the league, Sam Pauli FC any day. You can have them, man. There you go. Derek Smith, you can't blame Wrexham or their fans for having celebrity owners. No, not at all. That's why I'm happy. You know, I'm happy they were having a bit of happiness. It's just a shame for the others, you know. That's the way it works, though, isn't it? But I'm sure they were in a bloody ball. Why wouldn't you enjoy it? Ronald M, hello from North London. We've got a Ronnie in. Shamu Rendezvous, just the co-hanger fans are only there for Deadpool. Sick of hearing about them too. That Netflix, Amazon show or whatever was boring too. I didn't mind it. I haven't watched all of it. I've watched some of it. It was all right. Just the goings on at a football club. I guess it's interesting. You know, council approval for this and stuff like that. I find it quite interesting, some of it. And they did have some dramatic games, which I haven't got up to in the season, like, you know, what's his name? Ben Foster saving a penalty. You know, they had, it wasn't like they had they just got promotion without any drama. You know, there was lots of drama for them still, so it would have been fun being a Wrexham fan through all that. Bogosian, second try. There we go. Oh, it's on Vimeo. There's Bogosian's 1 hour 47 documentaries on Jamaicans in London. That'd be interesting. I'm going to have a look at that. If I click it now, it'll be in my history. I'll watch that some stage, man. Journey. Save password. Star. There we go. Done. All right. Thanks for that, man. I will now dethrone you. Ah, no, you could be a mod, I suppose. Yeah. Can't be bothered changing it now. I'll change it another time. G'day, Bob Down Under. Member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. G'day, Paul. You finally caught you live. Hello, man. Love your 70s footy show. It's the best football program that never was. Laugh my guts up. Excellent. That's the idea. Hang on. Seeing as you're here live, folks, I've been working very hard on something. I'll give you a sneaky peek preview. Not that exciting, but it's a bit exciting. It's not that exciting. You know. The scoreboard that I've been working on, because the scoreboard I've been using, I'm not happy with it because it doesn't do seconds properly. Like, its basic function as a clock is fucked. So I found something else. And I've customized it to make it look oh, not that one, hang on. You better fucking saved it. I did save it. Seeing as you're here, I'll show it to you. I can? No? Oh, hang on. We'll do that. And then that. Look at the technology. Here it comes. There you go. Look at that. Cutting edge technology scoreboard, that is. This is what it's going to do on the day. It's going to do seconds normally. And then it's going to go ching, 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 ching. That's what it's going to do. Anyway. Woo. And let me hide it. There we go. That's the scoreboard. Shamu Rendezvous. Reading FC. Fake hoops. Fake hoops. Hey. Okay. Cool. There's some deep down buried feelings about Reading in Shamu's heart there. Bob Down Under. Hi, Paul and Hippies. Heading to Sydney to see Tina Turner show tonight. Wow, okay. Is there a Spurs pub for tomorrow morning? Look, allegedly, I've had trouble with this, man. I'm not going. The Surrey Hills Hotel, which is on Elizabeth Street, right in the CBD, they allegedly, according to the website, show every game live. Except the fucking time I turned up there and it was closed. So they might be. But that's all I know, man. That's all I know. So your mileage may differ. You might get there and they might welcome you. Oh, Bob, yeah, we've seen you around the internet. Welcome, welcome. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's me. I just turn up and they all like hid. I don't know. But that's where it's supposed to be. Derek Smith, the hobby... I can't even say my own show. The Hotspur Hippie is the slickest show. The slickest show, man. It's the slickest show. And it's football. It's all football, all serious. TV just came in. Did I miss the debate channel? What are they on about? Are we going to beat Manchester City? Are we going to be? I think they've been going on this a while, so I don't know if they're. They might be at war at the moment. Debate channel. Whoa! There's another one. It's all right. I'm on a different plane of existence. Earth is under no threat. Happens all the time here. Move Andrew, watch Guns Akimbo on Netflix the other day. What an absolute load of ass hat that movie was. I've never heard of it, man. You know, I've been watching a few blaxploitation horror films recently. I've watched Blackula and Scream Blackula Stream. I'll tell you what, they're brilliant. Really, the guy who plays Dracula, William Marshall, he is sensational. So I thought, all right, I'm on a roll here. So then I watched Blackenstein. These Scream, Blackula Scream, and Blackenstein are both available on YouTube. Blackenstein, what? Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it is so bad. It's good. It makes very little sense. The act, like in the Blackula films, like they're trying. You know, they're trying to make a movie, and you've got actors like William Marshall, Pam Grier's in the second one. So that no slouches in the thespian department, but Scream Blackula, Scream, man. Blackenstein. Oh, it's terrible, but it's worth a watch. Makes no sense, some of it. Derek Smith, Bob down. All right. Oh, well, look, we've been going an hour, man. We've been going an hour. So, I think that's about it, isn't it? Quite a few people watching. Thanks very much for watching. Backdrop will be back to normal tomorrow. Just making a bleeding statement about today. Rewind if you missed it all. And, yeah, all right, well, let's get rid of that. Let's just make sure the comment thing didn't freeze and I haven't missed a load. Oh, hang on, there are loads. Hang on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right. Should we move Andrew? I think I dislike all the Marvel movies. By default, Wrexham can do one. Yeah, yeah, Marvel. It's just, isn't it? It's a great example of, you know, how entertainment works as a business. It's like, oh, this is a bit successful. We'll just do loads of that. And it makes us billions, so we're going to buy everyone up. Fox Studios and fucking all this 20, you know, Sony will do deals. We've got so much money. And then everyone just don't want to watch the movies anymore. It's like, I've been caught with my pants down. Star Wars, have some Star Wars. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about any of that anymore. Christine is a good movie. Yes, it is. Shamu Vandervoo. What a car. That car, yes. A Plymouth. Bob Down Under. What footy club would you buy and how much would the hippies have to each put in? You know, sometimes when I daydream about this sort of thing, because, you know, my daydreams go into the pit of despair, you know, where I'm living on a park bench in Hyde Park or something. And when I find myself doing it, I thought, well, if I'm going to make shit up, I might as well make shit up that's fun. So, yeah, sometimes I own a football club. And sometimes it's Tottenham Hotspur, and then I realised to have done this, I would have had to have had like about £10 billion. And if I had £10 billion, I would not be buying a football club. I'd be doing something better with the money. So I don't want to own a football club. Because you buy a club, you're just giving your money to another rich person, aren't you? Bugger that. Ronald M. Manchester City have never scored against us in the new stadium and have lost all 6 games. I think that's important to remember, to dwell upon, to cogitate that is fact. And if there's one thing this channel's about, it's about football fact. It's not football bollocks, it's football fact. There's more in 24. More. Paul is going to purchase the New Auckland A-League team coming next season. Oh, God, could you imagine owning a football club? Bugger that. Oh, Teletext vibes. Bloody hell, I'm way behind. Oh, no, maybe not. Teletext vibes, yeah. That's what the deal is, man. Can't find it now. What have I done with it? Oh, yeah, because I expanded that. The next, I've got a couple of cabs off the rank when I get out of my financial black hole, which should be in a few weeks' time, of things I want to get. And I do want to get like a tablet, just second hand, so that I can control this just by big, easy buttons instead of me having to go through menus. That's probably something I'll look at. So I don't have to scroll down here and find where I've put it. There it is. There you go. There's the scoreboard. Only 6-0. Well, you know, when the whistle goes, it might change, eh? Alan Bennett, this is getting more and more like Sky Sports. I know. There you go. Ellie with an update on the Spurs women's team. Charlie Grant, our Aussie new signing from the Matildas for our Spurs ladies, scored. And we're battering Southampton 3-0 away from home in the Cup. Go on there. Come on, you Spurs. Let's get in there. Got a screenshot that 6-0 scoreline. There you go. Why stop there? Why stop there? Let's go one more than we did against Crew Alexandra. Here we go. There we go, and the whistle's just gone. Hey, come on, you Spurs. Bob Down Under, thanks, Paul. I'll try and ring him. Oh, you're right, Surrey Hills Hotel. Okay, gotcha. Otherwise, I'll check out your scoreboard in action on your watch along. Yeah, man. Shamu Vandevoo. It has Dan Radcliffe in it. Oh, okay. Not sure if you read the script for it. He just got paid heaps. I don't know. He's got like fuck you money, hasn't he? I think he just seems to do what he wants. Nice position to be in when you're an actor. You could just pick and choose because most don't. I sort of vaguely a friend of the family was Alan Rickman, which he was my godmother's brother-in-law. That's right. He was my godmother's brother-in-law. But he used to say all this stuff about picking and choosing roles. He says, bollocks, you just do whatever you can. Do whatever you can. until you don't have to anymore. But you always got to be working. Actors, I mean, it's a tough old life, I reckon. Tough old life. Warning, warning, warning. Lost in space. Don't know what you're referring to, man. Captain Cockerell, peace and love, Paul. Hang on, there was a false goodbye, wasn't it? Because there's loads of chat come up. Archibald, Alan Bennett, Paul on Sky Sports. I'd subscribe. Oh, God, no. Sky Sports, sod that. Oh, no. Thanks, Dermot. I'll pay it. Oh, Derek was the recipient. Were you? Derek was the recipient of. I didn't do that, didn't I? I didn't check, did I? So, okay, so Dermot gifted a membership, and it looks like Derek got it. Well, that's all worked out well, isn't it? If I can ever get a job, don't worry about that. So, you know, if you can get by without working, that's the way to do it. What? Sacrilege. You just don't want to fucking work. What's your problem, man? What's your problem? I'm not saying Derek's one of those. Because working's a pain in the arse. It goes against our natural instinct for survival. Anyway, Bob Down Under. Great update, Ellie. Great for Charlie. Yes, ma'am. Might have a temp job in the pipeline. Not definite. Driving a Street View car for a couple of months. Oh, well, that's bobbling around without any interaction with people. You might be all right with that. That'd be all right, I reckon. Yeah, just do that. That's like what I do, but without people. You get to see some places you've never seen before. That's what I like about my job. And a lot of people I meet are cool as well, to be fair. We'll see how we go today. Right, I'll just give the chat one more look here. Okay, I think that's it now. All right, okay, here we go. I've got to get out and work. All right, folks, well, I hope you've enjoyed everything. Thanks to everyone that's watched, quite a few of you today. Thanks to everyone that's commented and kept the show going far beyond its natural means. Because, I mean, without you, it'd be like 5 minutes, wouldn't it? But somehow you come in with the and keep it going for another minute, flogging a dead horse, or another hour. And if you click like or subscribe, thanks very much. If you haven't, well, you know. And if you're watching afterwards, I hope it's just entertained you and taken you away from, you know, life. Until next time, folks, I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow morning. Kickoff is at 7 a.m. I'll be starting at 6:30 a.m. I'll be starting half hour before kickoff, if I've got that time wrong. Half an hour before kickoff, be here or be somewhere else. And till then, peace and love, man. Peace and love. Come on, you Spurs.